Honorable Chairman, Co-Chairman, Convener, and learned audience, good evening.
Hello.
My parents, my Baba Ma, I would like to pay my heartfelt gratitude, my love, my respect to them. They are no more with us, but I always feel their blessed hand on my head, which gives me strength, energy, and inspiration to break the glass ceiling and move forward. Kumudini Hospital, where I was born, at Mirzapur, Tangail, a district of Bangladesh, which is 60 kilometers away from Dhaka. And here is the full hospital campus, and there is a very big pond. On one side is the staff quarter and doctor's quarter. My father worked at Kumudini Hospital, a multidisciplinary hospital established in 1944 by Rai Bahadur Ranoda Prasad Saha. We had a big family, and my father was the sole breadwinner. I grew up with my 7 brothers in a modest staff quarter inside the hospital complex. From an early age, the value of education and hard work were instilled in us by our parents. This is my school. I spent my glorious time, my childhood, my adolescence, and part of adult. There I taught how to maintain the time. We woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and then goes to our work, and how to eat without doing a sound, without sound how to eat. That also a very big dormitory, and our teacher always supervised us and taught us. There we have only 2 months summer vacation and other short holidays, that is Puja and Eid. Otherwise, we spend their whole 10 months' time. During that time, the summer vacation, one day I saw a lineup of patients at the hospital veranda. They were just holding the shoulder in front of the person and going to some places. I had to find out what was going on. I went inside the ward and was told that they were blind and they have come here for treatment of blindness. A couple of days later, I went in the ward and find them. They were so happy and joy in their faces, and they talked with each other. I just asked them whether they can see. They said, yes, we can see everything. We can now eat ourselves. And their happiness, that day, a seed was planted in me. This is my college, Mymensingh Medical College. Here is the hospital, medical college, and we are in our classroom. You see, that started December 1970. And everybody knows that in 1971, we had a liberation war. And 9 months we were nowhere. What is the condition? I don't go in details at that, but I would like to say he's my youngest brother. He lost his hand, right hand, during this liberation war. He had 3 bullet injury also, one in the right thigh, one opening and one outlet, 2 big wound, and one in the lower abdomen in the inguinal region, and another at the back. My father was also accompanying with him, and one of his immediate elder brother. What he did, he started to write with his left hand and stood first in all the annual examination thereafter. And lastly, he stood first in the board examination, in SSC examination. In 1979, I went to my head of the department to request him to recommend my name for a training post. He said, being a woman, it will be possible for you to do all the responsibility of a training post. I said yes, but he was not convinced, and he didn't say no, but he didn't say yes also. So I was thinking for an alternate plan. The plan that was give me a training post. What is that? That is to do the Part 1 fellowship first, and then that was a guarantee for a residency placement. But it was highly competitive program, and even getting admission was extremely difficult. I succeeded to get admission and ultimately passed the Part 1 exam on the first attempt to secure my spot for the residency. After that, I was placed for the residency training program in the National Institute of Ophthalmology. I took this great opportunity to learn from the very best and develop my skill. After completing the residency and the fellowship Part 2 course, I finally passed the rigorous fellowship exam in January 1985. In the middle, my mentor, Professor A.Q.S.M. Harun. He was the pioneer of microsurgical technique in Bangladesh. In 1985, I became the first female fellow in ophthalmology in Bangladesh. Today, the number has grown to over 200. And my student now, they became the professor of ophthalmology. Here are all present here. I am proud to have inspired many women to consider ophthalmology as their specialization. And nowadays, the residency is in such that out of 150, 80 are female and 50 are male. This is the convocation. So, getting exposure to the modern technology at Orbis Flying Eye Hospital during March 7 to 31st in 1985. For 3 weeks, I was deported to that plane to bring all the patients from NIO to the plane, and also after surgery, took back to the NIO. So in this period, I learned a lot of things because posterior chamber intraocular lens implant I've learned from that plane, and also vitrectomy. Training opportunity at the Princess Alexandra Eye Pavilion, University of Edinburgh, UK, that in 1986. That also updated my training. And the training opportunity in the Institute of Clinical Ophthalmology, Kirio, Japan, 1988. He's my mentor, Dr. Momosi, in India. Maximum person know his name. And here are all my mentors, Professor M.A. Motin. This name I think everybody knows. Professor Ahmed Sharif and Professor Mustafizur Rahman and Dr. Momosi in 1989 in one of our annual national conference. And I always try to learn the best thing from all of my mentors. My first publication was in 1986 on retinal detachment in the Index Journal of Bangladesh College of Physicians and Surgeons. And I have started my surgery from then onwards. Is Professor Mudassir Ali, another mentor. And this is the Orbis, just few years back, last came in Chittagong, Bangladesh. I found teaching to be one of my true callings. I always taught my students with a very dedication, honesty, sincerity. It is over 40 years I am teaching undergrad and postgrad students. I taught and supervised postgraduate students at the National Institute of Ophthalmology for around 2 decades, provided guidance for research protocol, mentored aspiring ophthalmologists throughout my career, contributed significantly to ophthalmic policy development on a national level and beyond, played a stewardship role in the National Eye Care Program, advisory role in prevention of blindness survey in Bangladesh. Now, as I was at Mirzapur and my father worked there for around 40 years or more than that, as because there was at that time no retirement age. And I preferred to do some voluntary work at Kumudini Hospital. I taught the student, I performed surgery free of cost, and trained some staff of ophthalmology department. I got involved in the Ophthalmological Society of Bangladesh from start of my career and moved up the ranks over the year. Treasurer 3 consecutive terms, Secretary General, President, and now advisor of OSB. I am also the founder president of Bangladesh Community Ophthalmology Society. I regularly communicate with my senior, my junior, my colleagues, my friend, and give the prompt response to the email with a very dedication, promoting professional development, developing leadership qualities. I became the president, SARC Academy of Ophthalmology 2011, chairman, Registration Committee, APO, 14 Congress, 1993, Dhaka, Bangladesh, regional secretary, APO, 2009 to 2019, council member, chairperson, WIO Standing Committee, vice president, president-elect APO, 2019, and president APO Virtual Congress president in 2021, advisor to the Women Ophthalmology Worldwide. First ever women president-elect in the Asia Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology in its 62 years of journey. This is the SARC Academy of Ophthalmology Conference, taking charge from Professor Daud, and Professor Rajvardhan Azad is the Secretary General. This is the memorandum signing, and here in India, Hyderabad, it is a greatest opportunity for me, as because I was Sark Academy Ophthalmology President, and His Excellency, Honorable President of India, Sri Pranab Mukherjee was the chief guest, and Professor Rajvardhan Azad lighting the lamp as a Congress President. This is a lovely occasion, as because India, the hospitality which we receive is unique. This is the photograph 1993 with our Professor Arthur Lim, and again with Professor Arthur Lim and Islam in Golden Jubilee. Just giving a President-elect nominee speech in 2019, and after that, elected President-elect. And I'm very grateful to all the Councillor of India and all over the APO region to cast me vote 100%. That was really 100%, and I became the President-elect. Some award, Ali Memorial Award, Mubarak Ali Gold Medal Award, APO Distinguished Service Award, Arthur Lim Named Award, Achievement Award, APO, Sushila Bishal Memorial Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, and feeling honored to receive the honorary fellowship of All India Collegium of Ophthalmology, FICO, in 2020, one of the top 100 women in ophthalmology power list 2021, just receiving the Alim Memorial Gold Medal from Her Excellency, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. And this name I would like to say, Dr. Alim Chaudhary, one of the greatest freedom fighters who was killed brutally during this liberation war, just one day before the Victory Day. Dr. Nuzhat is here. I'm taking just 1 minute, I will finish it. Dr. Nuzhat, his daughter is here. She is Professor of Ophthalmology, Vitreoretina. This is the Arthur Lim Award, some award, and I am really quite fortunate in getting unconditional support from my husband, who is always supporting me from the very beginning of after our marriage, continuously inspired me from the very beginning of my career to attend all the conference of Congress and learn much more. My son and daughter-in-law, I never call daughter-in-law, always we think as daughter. And my two lovely granddaughters. With these few words, thank you so very much.